Sparks International Podcast. Man, oh man, we are in flight 134 and our captain is finally back. So you know what that means, chat? That means that Crazy Lou doesn't have to do all the work today. You know what that means, though? That Crazy Lou can actually take a nap today, and lead the whole show for the captain. Let's go! Yeah, let's do this. So the sad thing is, there's no PNL today. Hey, we had our fun, Plume, right? We did.
Yeah, we had our fun.
We
It's
had our
over now.
fun. We had our fun.
Now back to
So
being serious.
now back to being serious. Yes. Now back to being serious, having some fun. So speaking of which, of fun, Captain, how are you doing? Welcome back, and what have you been playing, sir?
Well, thank you for allowing me back, gentlemen. It's been far too long. I feel like at this
What?
point.
Allowing you back? You've been busy.
Yeah, I've been all over the place. I feel like recently, but no, it's good to be back. I'm doing okay. It's a short work week, so I'm looking forward to hopefully getting some gaming in after I've got a quick trip I've got to do towards the end of this week, and then hopefully I got like a day or two that I can just kind of chill out, maybe play some more games, play some more Worms Armageddon, since that anniversary
Ooh.
edition came out, the remaster, and hopefully get some other gaming stuff in at the same time. It's been a minute. I feel like I've been very piecemeal on my gaming lately. But it's good to be back. It's good to be back. Good to see you guys. Hope you've been doing okay.
Yeah, we've been doing good. We've been doing good. But hey, we miss y'all. We miss Sourblow, even though Sourblow has been real busy. Sourblow! Sourblow!
Sourblow.
I don't know. He's busy. He's been busy. I don't know where he's been. Doesn't even talk to me over WhatsApp anymore, man. But anyways, boom! How you doing, brother? And what have you been playing, sir?
I'm doing great. News has been ramping up a lot recently. Lots of interesting
Yes.
things to talk about. So that's always fun. Makes my video making life easier when there's some interesting stuff. But what I've been playing, I've been dabbling in Game Pass stuff. I've been going back. I finished up all the side quests on Star Wars Outlaws. I've been playing the new NHL 25, and I've been jumping into also Trials of Mana that dropped on Game Pass from the Tokyo Game Show announcement. So
So
it's an awesome game
I
so far
got
from
a,
what I've played.
I got a question. I got a question.
Yeah.
What has changed in NHL 25? Is it now the face off is better than the one before?
There's
Or what?
it's slightly better. There's nothing that has changed that will allow you to even come close to beating me. So if that's what you're wondering, there's
I
no
mean,
chance.
because
You're still gonna get scooped.
my only thing that I'm bad is at the face offs. But then other than that,
No, face-offs are the same, Louis. You got to just learn the mechanics of it.
oh man,
Face-offs are the same.
I can never get those damn face offs. And then like my defense is pretty good. I mean, I it was good.
Uh,
Ah,
Was it good, Plume?
no, I don't want to like hurt. I don't want to hurt his feelings too early in the show.
You can hurt his feelings. It's we haven't bashed on him too much recently. You can hurt his feelings. It's fine.
Yeah, I feel like I was playing like a 5-year-old, to be completely honest.
oh, I mean, damn, he beat me with a Pee Wee team, so
That's amazing.
yeah, it is. It is amazing. If we recorded that, I would have been all over the place.
You
uh,
should give it a try, Louis. There's a 10-hour trial. You can get
uh,
your practice in.
yeah, use the team from Chicago, the best team in the world. CM Punk State. Yeah, that's what should I use. So no one's gonna ask me how I'm playing or nothing. It's just like nobody cares about Lou. Nobody. How?
Okay, Louis,
Well-
let us know. Let us know what you're playing. Let us know how you're doing.
Man, y'all, I was about to start crying, man. I'm about to like, really, I'm not kidding.
Well,
Y'all about to start
I was
crying.
just gonna say. I mean, you self-pronounced yourself as a king, and usually people don't give a crap about the king. So I
What?
just figured we'd just go on trend, and we wouldn't ask.
Oh, just in case, guys, just to give you a heads up, at 8 p.m. here in Dominican, you're gonna probably like hear like a loud sound. It's not gonna be from my house, of course, but people are doing a protest against the government here. So they get out their frying pans, they got a metal spoon, and they smack that frying pan just to make a really loud sound.
Sounds like a normal day at your house when your when your boss is threatening you.
Nah, she usually just when she threatened me, she usually grabs a knife and an eggplant, and that's it. Oh, that's all she has to say.
She
Nothing else.
grabs an
Eggplant.
eggplant, huh?
What you do with the
Eggplant, yeah.
eggplant?
What's she doing? What is she doing with that eggplant?
I mean, listen, through WhatsApp, she sends me a picture of a knife and an eggplant. So you all know what when a woman sends you a knife and an eggplant, you all know what that means, right? I mean, y'all know, right? Lorena
It,
I'm asking,
Bobbistock.
it,
I
it
don't-
means you might have married preemptively, and you maybe should have done some more research. If you're getting knife and eggplant,
Oh
Godspeed.
well, sometimes I deserve it. Sometimes I deserve it. But she's only
No,
no, no. Oh,
I don't
okay.
think anyone deserves a knife on the eggplant.
that's
But anyways,
I don't think so.
I'm doing good, guys. I'm doing good. I mean, I've had a crazy day today. This morning was just nuts. Did my morning show late, but other than that, though, crazy day, crazy day, crazy day. Have run into the office, tried to get the one up done, got it done, and it's finally done. Came here. I like seriously, I got home I got out of the office like at 4:30. Got home around from close to 6. It was insane. Traffic was bad. But I've been playing Metal Gear. That's what I've been playing, Silent Cypher. I've been playing Metal Gear, just having a lot of fun. And I went and I was like, what mission am I at? Because, man, since it's been so long since I finished Phantom Pain, I was like, what mission am I at? And then I just remember there's like 50 missions and I'm in 17. I'm like, man, I put some.
You finished the 4th cutscene then.
The 4th cutscene?
Because dude, that's how like every one of his games are. It's like, okay, I now have a 45-minute cutscene. I'm gonna go take a shower. I'm gonna make some food, and I'll be back. And the game will still not be started again.
Yeah, I mean those endings like take forever. Don't you remember Metal Gear 1 like that ending? You like saw nature and a
Yep.
whole bunch of stuff. I mean, literally, it was like I was watching National Geographic. I was like, well, am I watching Nat Geo or Discovery? I mean,
was
damn.
not quite sure what was going on at the end of that game when we got to the forest and stuff. I was like, what is happening?
Exactly.
But whatever. Hey, it's good.
But listen, and the bad part is, Silent, you had to finish that game like 7 times to get the goodies. That's the bad thing.
3.
So
3
3? Oh, 3?
3,
Okay,
if I
3
remember
times.
correctly.
It was 3, yeah, something like
You
that.
gotta do it and have someone survive each time. And
Exactly.
then I think you had to do one more so that way you could get the unlimited bandana for ammo and stuff.
For ammo, yeah, man. Those were the fun days.
Yeah.
Those were the fun days. Man, I love Metal Gear. So let's bring up a little bit of quick news real quick. And I know Silent Cypher was happy about this. Silent, man, we're getting 007 games. Aren't you happy about that, brother?
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, when I saw that, I was like, holy crap, because they came out and said like, hey, it's going exceptionally well, like things are going really well, which has me very excited just because I wasn't sure like when we were going to see this thing. It feels like it's just kind of been very quiet, and thank goodness. I mean, it seems like basically they've just been keeping their heads down. They've been focusing on doing the work, getting stuff squared away so we can enjoy that game hopefully soon. I would imagine we'll end up seeing the game before we see another James Bond announced at this point. It kind of seems like. So I'm super stoked about it, and the fact that it's in the hands of the Hitman dev, it's like, come on, like that's I spent so much time on Hitman 3, 2 and 1, I think, but like especially the trilogy when they put it together and put it into Game Pass, so you could just play all of the missions together. It's freaking awesome. Like I can't wait to have something like that in a 007 setting. I think that would be really cool.
Yeah, it's time to bring those games back, Silent. Keep on saying it's time to bring them back. That's why I went back to play Metal Gear, man. I'm just tired. I need some espionage. I need some stealth. I need some, yeah.
Nostalgia is what you need right now.
Nostalgia? Yeah,
Nostalgia.
Yep. Yes, sir, I do. So, let me jump real quick on the flight itinerary. I don't know, Pooh, you have anything exciting to say about 007 games or no?
Sorry, you broke up there.
About the 007 games. You got anything exciting to talk about? I mean, you're excited for it?
Well, we did get some news today.
Yeah, it was like just it's under development. The happy thing is we were getting a trilogy, so that's awesome. Awesome.
Yeah,
Let's
well,
go.
yeah, I hope that'd be cool. They say there's a new Bond for the younger generation, whatever that means. So it'll be interesting what their concept is about that. So,
That makes me a little nervous.
yeah, that's what I was
I
gonna say, right? I'm a little nervous about that, but IO is a pretty great developer, so
Yeah, it could
I
be.
have
Yep.
It
faith.
could. It could be Lou, Bon
No,
Lou.
no.
It can be Lou. It can be
I'm just gonna go ahead and mothball that idea right now. That ain't happening.
Hey, that would be awesome if that happened. You made me in a nice suit. I got the watch though. I got the Pierce Brosnan watch, and yeah, it's in Orlando right now. It's got something's being fixed on it because I
So
accidentally
you
broke it.
don't have the watch.
Yeah, it's in Orlando, man. I'm crying. I'm waiting for that watch. Like, but yeah, it's in Orlando right not in Orlando, Naples to be exact. But yes, mm.
Malcolm in chat's busting your balls already.
What he
Calls you
saying?
the sensitivity James Bond.
Sensitivity. Man, I made a wicked. I will make a wicked James Bond, man. I mean, I look like Henry Cavill. That's one. All I need is his
S-
accent, and I'll be Bond Lou.
You'd stub your toe and you'd be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, it's pick on Bond day. It's pick on
Quick,
Bond
come
day."
on. Oh man. Oh. But anyways, real quick, let's go through this flight itinerary because man, today, Silent. Quite frankly, it's all, and I'm happy about it. Xbox news because that's all we've been talking about. Xbox news. There's Xbox news everywhere now. It's everywhere. It started on Thursday with the mobile. Then it went down to Call of Duty again, and many stuff happening with Call of Duty. The marketing doing some awesome stuff, man. I'm just, oh man, I'm happy. So we'll start off with Xbox new captain. Ha ha! Xbox marketing is going to be the second topic. And third, we're going to talk about the partner program. I am super excited just to sit here and talk Xbox because, hey, in Sony, what do we have? Orchestras. So, yep, nothing new out there, nothing new. So, anyways, Captain, are you ready, sir? All right, take it away.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Lou has turned on that subscribe button. Please stow your food and beverages next to your desk, underneath your seat, or in front of you. Please take your seat and fasten your seatbelt, and also make sure that you've hit that like button as we take off. We gently remind you that smoking and drinking are not prohibited on this flight. However, playing the victim on Twitter, acting like everyone's being toxic because you can't accept that you're an intolerable Sony shill that will toe the company line right off a cliff, well, that's strictly prohibited, and quite frankly, it's embarrassing to see a grown man do. If you have any questions about our flight today, please don't hesitate to ask one of our flight panelists. Thank you.
All right. We're set up real quick. Let me shout out this amazing chat that's here today. Man, we got 17 people out here. This is awesome. Man, let's go right away. We got Farkay. What's up, Farkay? How you doing? Malcolm Lax. How you doing, brother? What's up? Let's keep going down this beautiful list, man. Brother Ray G. Hello. Man, who else is in here? Oh, who are you? AAC Vic. What's up, Vic the Click? How you doing, brother? What's up with you, man? What's up with you? Let's see who else is in here, man. Is that about it? I mean, that's all. That's all who wrote today, man. Chat, start writing so I can see who's in here, man. Come on, let's go. So, all right, man. Again, thank you for hanging out here. It's awesome. Let's get this show on the road. So, topic number one, guys, which is a takeoff topic, is going to be about Xbox has a new captain. Oh man, some changes are being made inside of Xbox. Well, like always, there's been like how many changes has been this year? Like 10, 20? I mean, there's been like a ton of changes in there. But anyways, Xbox Game Studios chief Alan Hartman to retire. No, not Alan Hartman. Why? Where's Craig Duncan said as replacement? Xbox Game Studios head Alan Hartman is stepping down from his post after more than 3 decades working at parent company Microsoft. Following Hartman's retirement, Craig Duncan, chief of Xbox Studios Rare, will take over the position. Silent Cypher, I will start with you since you've been not here for the longest of time. First things first, how do you feel about this new change?
Uh, I'm. I would be lying if I didn't say I was a little bit nervous. I mean, Craig Duncan has had quite a history with, the video gaming industry in general. But I, as of recently, haven't really had anything that struck me as like a big thing coming from Rare, which is where he's primarily been, correct? It makes me nervous. I mean, maybe everything will be just fine, but I kind of, I don't know if I see him being a, like foot on the gas type of guy. I feel like he's not concerned with like picking up the pace. Like, you look at Rare, what's going on with Rare at this point? What's happening? Do we know when Everwild's coming out? If Everwild's ever coming out? Like, what type of things are going on there? So it just makes me wonder, like, if that was the person that was, you know, okaying or agreeing with these decisions over time, putting him in a higher up position makes me a little nervous. Because I don't know if we're going to see a faster cadence with the releases. And I don't know if that's a great thing, right? Like, we already have folks that we're like, I don't know if you're doing a job or if you're actually doing stuff. One or two folks, like the booty, kind of feels like they're just keeping a seat warm. And so I'm not really sure. Like, proof's in the pudding. Maybe when they get there and they start showing what they're going to do, maybe they'll have some really awesome vision of where they can go with it, and they'll have a good strategy to kind of make things more impactful, or at least get things out in a more timely manner. But I don't know. I'm a little bit nervous about it. I'm happy they're keeping it in the family. I'm happy that they're hiring somewhat internal, but I don't know if he's going to be the guy.
Real quick. Sorry for the interruption, guys, but real quick. If I don't say this, everything gets shaken. Who knows where I'm going with this? Brittany, please keep it G.
Brittany,
Only
you should
rated
have
R content.
you should
Only
have
rated R
seen
content, Brittany. Only
No,
NC-17.
Brittany, you should have
no.
seen what
Only.
Louis was wearing in the pre-show.
Oh no! Please don't tell her.
Yeah.
My God,
Yeah.
please don't.
I was kind of surprised. I was like, bro, are you really going to wear that on air? And he's like,
Uh,
you don't think I should wear this? So I will just say, we won't go into detail of how, but we'll just say it was very revealing.
I was very really. It was just a water stain that dropped on the shirt. I was wet on this side. How was that revealing? I mean, I was not
Yep.
like I was wet all over the place.
You heard it. You heard it, Brittany. He was wet.
You're
Oh, oh man. Brittany, GPG, no PG-13 or R. Okay, keep it
Radar,
clean.
NC-17,
No, don't.
TVMA,
She really pushes it too far.
adults only.
Adults only. Boom! How did you feel about this change, sir?
how did I feel? I don't have a strong feeling about it really, because it's the Alan Hartman's retiring, right? So they have to replace him with somebody. I think if you do look at Rare, I would say I agree with Silent in the fact that they haven't released anything. They haven't released many games over the last number of years, but what they have done is probably release one of the most successful games as a service multiplayer games across the board, right? With Sea of Thieves. So maybe that's kind of what they're looking at and seeing that he took that game, was able to make it into what it was, and his leadership for Sea of Thieves is what they believe he'll be able to bring to all of the other studios. But I also think like his role, because Microsoft are so big, right? There's kind of very hierarchical where it's like you like Simon said, Matt Booty, he's at the very top, right? What does Matt Booty and what do these guys really do? At the end of the day, it's going to come down to the studios and the people in there making the games. He's, I guess, the final say if a game's going to go ahead or if a game does get released. And we have seen slip ups already from that with like Redfall. So I'm hoping that that's what his main goal is here, is kind of just quality control from what are the other studios making and making sure that the game's released at a high quality and that there's not another Redfall situation where it gets released that's broken. So if that's, I think that would be his main role with this. And then I guess as well as Matt Booty. So I think it's fine. I don't really have a huge opinion on it. I don't know how much sway and what he actually is going to be doing. And it comes down to, like I said, at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, it's like it's going to be the people in the trenches making the Halos and the State of Decay 3s and the next Gears and everything, right? Those are the people that are going to have, I think, a lot more impact on how these games actually turn out when they finally do release. So that's kind of my thought on it. But
You know,
Louis,
you know
what do
what
you
I
think?
hold
Oh,
on
sorry, go ahead.
before we get to what he thinks. I just want to say, every time that I think about Matt Booty, it brings me right back to watching the movie Office Space, where all I want to do is be like that scene in with the Bobs, right? Where it's like, what would you say you do here? Like that's what I would like to ask Matt Booty at this point, because yes, I'm sure he's doing things, but it sure as hell isn't publicized or advertised as to what he's doing. Like maybe he's putting teams first and he's trying not to get the spotlight. Who knows? But it sure feels like we've seen it across Microsoft on a regular basis with some of these ones. We look at the marketing guy who just got let go or fired or whatever. I don't know. Some position opened up. And it's like, is it because he was just warming a seat and he wasn't actually doing anything in the position? Or like when
Yeah.
will time come and when will we actually like see results
So
for these people who are maybe just collecting a paycheck?
so pretty much Matt Booty feels like he's Barney Stinson in Microsoft, right?
No. Why do you keep trying, Louis? Why do you
What?
keep trying to reference How I Met Your Mother, a TV show that is now at this point mm, 20 years old?
Man, it's a great TV show, man. I mean, I'm slimming down to wear suits. You know, we got to wear the suit, of course. And man, Barney Stinson, all he does is sit in the office and pretty much doesn't do nothing. Just goes in meetings and all he does is party, drink, and have
Dude, he
fun.
does all the things. He does all the things.
Oh, he does.
He is never not busy. He is always
Oh,
with a girl. He is always
mhm.
working. He is
Oh,
always drinking. He is always partying.
oh.
That
There
man
you
is a
go.
busy man.
Oh, true that. And
You don't see anything from Matt Booty that he's out at these like gala events. You don't see that he's like
oh,
off doing these trips and visiting the companies and stuff on a regular basis. Like, what's he
Maybe
doing?
maybe that's where he's fooling all of us because he's always just behind the scenes doing everything.
exactly. Maybe he's doing that because he has a lot of gray hair, man. It's like when people go to presidency, right? You seem that they have like this
I think he's
nice
got gray
haircuts and everything.
hair. I think he's got gray hair because he's stressed out about the fact that he's been living a lie and hasn't been doing anything.
Oh, damn.
I think, but
We'll
like I
see.
said, I think because these big organizations, those guys at the top, like even Phil Spencer. I mean, he's the head of Xbox, but the reality is like he's just kind of like that figurehead, right? He's not actually
I'd,
making these games. He's making deals and stuff, but it's gonna
I'd
be
like
like the
to
developers.
see. I'd like to see what a regular workday is
For Matt
for
Booty.
Mr. Booty.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
that would be
we should
interesting.
get Xbox. Get a what's it called? Let's make this work. Get a camera in there. Let's see what Matt Booty's day
No,
of work.
I mean, the thing is like you've lost some of the key figures that we associated with and talked to a bunch. Like AC Bongos used to be there all over the place. Like you saw him and stuff all the time. Major Nelson, of course, was there. He was a big
Yeah.
figurehead there.
Mhm.
Like you had these prominent people. You had Ricari. You had like all these people that were out there doing things all the time. And even then, like when Booty was around and they were around, you still didn't see anything of Booty. And it's like I'm curious, like what a normal day or work week looks like for him. I'm just curious because I would love to give him credit if he's actually doing stuff behind the scenes, but it just doesn't feel like much is happening.
I'll tell you one thing, I'll take his job.
I'll take his job too.
Yeah, yeah, no,
I'll
dude.
take.
If you want to give me as much as he's getting, I'll take it.
So since we're on you, Salad, I mean, I got a question. You mentioned something real interesting. I mean, with Craig, what scares you about Craig Duncan? I mean, what's scary about Craig Duncan?
Didn't
Sorry, you caught me right as I was snacking.
Oh, good.
Um, Primarily,
Yeah.
I mean, you know, and I will have to go back and I'll have to say to what Plume was saying, yes, they did bring out Sea of Thieves.
Hmm.
I have to give him credit the fact that that game has survived and it's thrived in many ways over time.
Yeah, that's a
Uh,
good side of him. Yeah.
it's not necessarily my game. I felt like it was very empty, very hollow, and just didn't have a lot of stuff that engaged me when I was trying to get into it. But I get that it's got traffic, right? Like it's got a following. It has
Mhm.
huge
40
concurrent
million.
numbers on a regular basis. It's got 30 million on install base, like
40, I think it is. It
40
reached
40
40, 40,
million.
40. It
40,
reached 40. Yeah,
40.
40.
Yes.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
done pretty
so
good
it's
now.
like it's done very well. And we know that when it went over to the PlayStation ecosystem, that was one of the only ones that did succeed over there. Who knows if it is still, but it looked like it was doing pretty good over there too. But the thing that worries me, again, like let's go back to Rare's track record over the last handful of years. Yes, they brought out the GoldenEye remaster or whatever. I mean, sweet Jesus, we've been talking about that thing since the Xbox 360 days when we ended
Yeah.
up just getting like a perfect dark Xbox Live Arcade version. And we were like, oh, it's coming, it's coming. And we've heard rumors and stories. And granted, there's a lot of logistics, there's a lot of
Hmm.
licensing, copyright, stuff like that that they had to work through. But between GoldenEye, Sea of Thieves, and Everwild, which we haven't seen for a few years now, that's it. And I'm just curious, like it's a fairly sizable company at this point, and I'm just curious, like what else is going on? What have you been doing over this time? Because I don't think that you're putting all of your dev focus only in Sea of Thieves. You look at something like Friday the 13th, or you look at something like Pred or something from Milphonic, right? They
Oh,
set up a
best
game,
games ever.
they dev it, they work really hard on it for 12, 24 months or whatever. They have a roadmap, and then once that roadmap is done, the primary team goes off to work on something else, and they leave kind of a splinter cell team that sits there and works on patches, updates, stuff like that. That's how a lot of these dev studios work, right? Is like you get the primary talent, you move them on to the next big thing, so that way you've got a new game in the hopper somewhere 3 to 5 years down the road. So, like, if that's the case, because it doesn't seem like they're releasing enough with Sea of Thieves that the whole team is working on this thing. They're working on Everwild, right?
Yeah.
Where's Everwild? We haven't seen that again, going back to it for a few years now. And even before that, and during that, when we heard about it, we heard that it was in development hell. So I'm just kind of nervous that, like, if that's what upper management was guiding, and they were the person responsible to make that sea change or guide that wave, if that's what we're seeing coming into this new position, like, is that person really the person you want to put in charge of that workflow? And I don't know. I mean, maybe he's doing a ton, maybe they're doing a ton. If they are, they're being extremely quiet about it.
Hmm. Hmm. Interesting. Interesting. Plume, you were asking me how do I feel about it, wasn't it? How do I feel like?
Yeah,
How do I feel
yeah.
about
Let,
this
let us know,
change?
Louis.
I
Yeah, let us
mean,
know.
I'll be honest with you. You ready for this? Y'all gonna hate me for this, but I did not know Alan Harmon was in charge, man. Can you believe that? Like,
Yes, I can believe that.
okay, okay, okay. You know, some things just escape out of my hand. But I'll be honest with you, though. If it's he's retiring, right? So basically, he's retiring. He's getting out of there. You know, he's been working there for 3 decades. So you know, damn, that's a long time. So it's what 30 years in there. You know, time to go home, time to pack up. So let's see how it goes with this new leadership. Like, I mean, I'm agree with you 100% with what happened with Sea of Thieves. But at the end of the day, look at it where it is. I mean, Sea of Thieves reached 40 million, which is incredible.
Top selling
And
on PlayStation.
what was it?
A top seller on PlayStation.
Top seller on PlayStation. I mean, he did. I mean, it was an amazing job. But not only that, you also got all these other companies trying to copycat what they did, and they just haven't hit the foot. It's just like Destiny, you know, with people try to imitate Destiny or try to imitate Halo, they just never try to get there, or to call it the Halo killer, the Destiny killer. It always fails. But so Sea of Thieves is one of those beautiful games that are there, to have fun with friends, sail ship, do treasure hunts. Uh, Also, like, I recently played it with Parent Pluck. We went on a journey because we haven't played for like, oof, I don't know how long me and Parent Pluck haven't played in Sea of Thieves. But yeah, we went in there and he taught me new things. Like you can now balance yourself on a rope, do some more stuff. I mean, it keeps on just getting better and better. That game is freaking amazing. The graphics beautiful, stories are great. I mean, they even had what's this guy's name? That movie, with the Caribbean dudes. They got
Pirates
that.
of the Caribbean.
Yes, Pirates of the Caribbean with Johnny Depp. Yeah. So yeah, good movie too. Good movie. They
So,
have what?
Louis, I will go back to the question that I had for
Yeah.
you though. What are they
What?
doing? Because there's no way that the whole dev studio is working on just those modifications to Sea of Thieves. And we
Everwild.
haven't seen Everwild.
Nothing. Yeah, but not seen. We just saw one trailer of Everwild. Yeah, I mean, it was heard that they had a rocky start, right? I mean, it was heard that we're having a rocky start. Things were
Rocky
happening.
start, Rocky a
Rocky.
couple
Yeah.
years in.
We got Rocky a
Yeah.
couple years in. Yeah, something weird was happening there. But now we had actually some news, and boom, I think even caught that the studios are actually doing really well with Everwild, and I think it's on the go now. I think we might see more news about it sooner than later. I mean, it
Yeah,
might happen.
that's what Jez had said on
Yeah.
Xbox is Xbox 2 podcast. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So my final question is, and this goes to Plume. If it was your choice, who of you like to take that role? I mean, who would you pick for that role if it was your choice? If you were in there and say, okay, let me pick some guy to lead this, who would you pick, Plume? Who would you pick? Please don't say me because I would really mess things up.
Oh, who would I pick? That's a
Yeah.
good question. Um,
Who would you pick? Just a fun question. Chat, who would you pick? Go for it, chat. Let it out. I mean, just type it in. Sorry.
who would I pick?
Hmm.
I don't really have one right now. Maybe like I love what the coalition has done. I love what they've done with gears and everything. Just like how like top end that game is, just in every way. The graphics, the sound, the gameplay, everything. So who is at the head of coalition? Mike Crump, I think. So maybe him. I don't know. I don't know. It's a hard one because I feel like this. Like I said, I feel like this position is you're just kind of taking in everything that the studios are doing and then just saying yes or no. And do you want like some of the best studio leaders at that position, or do you want them ingrained in making an actual game, right? But I don't know. I like the coalition. I like what they have done. So maybe the guy there.
All right. How about you, Silent? Who would you like? If you had to pick one. Let's see if me and you think alike, because I already have my answer top of my head.
I'm so sad because I'm forgetting his name at the moment. Okay, so you're gonna have to bear with me for a second. Homeboy who ended up announcing the Xbox 360 and showing us the faceplates and all that stuff. He had the clean shaven head. He was very interactive. He was very excitable about what he was doing. He was talking about it a ton. I'm forgetting his freaking name.
Um,
He disappeared like right after he left Microsoft. He went off and like did his own kumbaya thing like in the wilderness. Jay Allard, thank you, Ryuart. Holy crap, I was drawing a blank. I
bad.
want Jay Allard to come back. And I want him to take the position because I know one thing for sure about Jay Allard is that Jay Allard will come in and actually market and advertise and promote the product. That's what I want from Microsoft right now is to put someone like Jay Allard in play. Or pay Peter Moore a massive sack of cash to come back and have him there. Someone who can at least get some excitement behind one of these games that are in development that have been in development hell. I want someone like that who can at least get me excited and make me think maybe this game's not a complete shit show.
Hmm.
That's what I would like to see.
Yeah.
If we're going out of the Microsoft, then I would have went with Reggie. Reggie feels it made
God.
for Nintendo.
Oh no,
I would
Reggie
have went with.
no.
Nintendo, really? Why Reggie?
He's awesome, man.
Keep your Nintendo over there.
When he was the head of Nintendo of America, he was incredible. Every E3 and everything, I would go Reggie.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yep.
So my pick is simple and easy. I would have picked Todd Howard. Todd Howard would be the man for me right there because just the way he works in the studios and just how he organizes everything, how he gets the teams working to make everything
Yeah.
as best as they can. You know, I mean, for
Oh,
me, he's the right guy for that role.
just prepare if he gets put in that position, you're just gonna hear a lot of it just works.
It just works.
It just
Well,
works.
well,
It'll release bugless.
no release bug. Oh dear lord.
Yeah. Yeah. No, he has a good history, but that
Yeah.
being said, he has a legacy,
Yeah, he does. He has a very nice
for
legacy.
better
I
or for
mean,
worse.
not only that, I love how he works with the studios, like how he rotates everyone to jump in and put their ideas in for the game. I mean, they've really done a great job, hands down. They've really done a great job over there in Cinemax. With him, when he gets the chance to lead the game, it's always amazing. And how he explains it and the passion he has for the games is something beautiful and it's something that that we're missing out here. We need somebody to sit there and just talk with that, like you said, talk with that passion, talk with that love, kind of the way he promoted Starfield. He talked about it with such love, such passion, like, oh yeah, I want to go play Starfield. That's why we all ran in there and played Starfield.
I I miss it. Like I miss the Xbox 360 generation
Yeah,
where people seemed excited and excitable. Not just the fans, not just us who are interested in playing the games, but the people who were selling it. They made it seem like they cared. They showed that they cared if they did, or they just put on a real good hell of a show. But you look at those people and you look at how they advertised it, how they talked about it, and it just oozed personality. And nowadays, like when these games get announced, I just feel like there's no one who feels like they're super excited about it. Like look at the guy who came out and announced those Yarny games, right, from EA. Like you look at
Yarny
that guy, or
games. Did Silent go? Silent left. No. What was the Yarny game?
I know what he's talking
Oh,
about. Those are cool games. The side scrollers.
the side scrolls. Yeah. What was that game called? It was with the yarn. It was like that was like pulley pull or something like
Unraveled.
that.
It was
Unraveled. Yes. I
Unraveled.
was like,
Yeah.
why did
Sorry,
I
I
go to
froze
pulley
up for
pull?
some reason.
Oh, it frozen.
Yeah, you look at someone like that, or you look at oh goodness, who's that dude that said F the Oscars? God, what was his name? I forget.
Joseph Ferris.
Yes, Joseph Ferris. You look at folks like that, and like they're a little out there, they're a little weird, but they're super excited about their projects, and they're excited just to even be there talking about it. And I just
Right.
don't see that anymore. And like that's what I feel like you need after a game's been in development hell for as long as something like Everwild has been. Is like you're gonna have to put someone out there that's like really gung ho about supporting the team and just like really trying to breathe some fresh air in there. Because I can only imagine being in a situation like that where they were in a good amount of development hell back then, like that takes a hit on morale. You see a lot of people leave. You see things get a little bit rough, a little grim. I would like to see someone like those guys. Like put someone
Hmm.
like that in it that's super excitable. Um I don't know if they'd be the best as the
I,
management for that either, but at least they would get you excited
I,
about what's coming out.
I got one. I got one. I got one. Watch chat go right up on this one. I got one. I got one. We all know who should we get. We should get Jeff Keighley in there. That's the man we should
Oh
get.
no, no.
No. They should. They need to pull Jim Ryan out of retirement.
Oh no, that's even worse. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Well, we're gonna release a re-release of GoldenEye, and I've shit in my underwear. Dude, no,
uh,
it's good that he left when he did.
oh, oh, he left in the perfect time, right before everything went
Yeah, he knew.
kaboom. Yes,
He
he
knew what
knew.
was up.
Yeah, he knew. He knew, of course. Smart man, smart Jim. I gotta say he's smart right there. Oh man. But Silent though, there's some exciting things happening out there on Xbox because man, I gotta drop the ball on this one, and we're gonna jump right away into our next topic, and that is Xbox marketing has been pumping iron like Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's what they've been doing. They're pumping that iron, flexing that muscle with that marketing, man. Let's start off how they've been doing it, right? Because it's been a rough start with the Xbox. We got to talk because if we even talked about this, you know how the marketing's been, how the PR, the communication has been. Because I explained this like for example this morning, like when there's something like crazy going out there, like crazy rumors. I mean, for like the one that happened with Ubisoft with X Defiant. The rumors started even in my morning show. Somebody came in there and they were talking about that X Defiant is closed. You know, the stock after season 4 is gone. He got paid with the PS5 and $200 of gift cards. I was like, okay, this is getting weird, but all right, you know, I just let's see what goes on. But anyways, later in the afternoon, right? The day went by, and Ubisoft went right back out and said, "No, we're not closing down the game after season 4." They came out right away and said, "Nope, that's not going to happen. We're sorry." That's how you respond with a great PR team out there. So yes, like I was saying, Microsoft has had a rough start with the marketing, and now it's amazing. It's just been getting better. Let me talk about a few things that have been going on over there, right? They started to have showcases in January, which is amazing. June, partner programs, Tokyo Game Show, Gamescom, and it at Xbox. They also started with the marketing, you know, for some third-party games. Like for example, we got Xbox marketing Persona 3 Reload, made Atlas its most successful launch during its time on Steam with the peak of 42K, right? Wait, during its time, I mean, sorry about that, I read that too fast. During its time on Steam with the peak of 42K concurrent players and sold 1 million copies in 5 days. And so it happened again. I mean, it literally broke a record over there with Atlas after Xbox grabbed the marketing, right? We had Metaphor ReFantasio sales reach in one day 1 million sales. Also on Steam, it reached a peak of concurrent player count of 85,161, which is awesome. Really happy for Atlas about this. And also, right, we also have the Xbox mobile app will now let you buy and play your own games on the cloud on Android in November 24. Which I have to say this, no, no, no. Please get the iPhone. Please get things on the iPhone. I
Dude,
need things on
just
my
get an
iPhone.
Android, Louis. Throw
It's
that
time
thing
for you
out.
to adapt. Yeah.
Why does it, man? iPhone is the best. It takes the best
No, it's not.
pictures.
No,
It
no, it doesn't.
yeah, it
That's
does.
also been proven completely false.
What? Really?
The only difference when you put it up against a Samsung 24 Ultra, when you're
Yeah.
going against those cameras, is some of the contrast ratio. Usually,
Oh.
the iPhone has a little bit better of a sensor for night photos,
Mhm.
but Samsung has a bunch of AI built in and baked in to go in and custom alter that photo after you take it to basically adjust the colors the way that it needs to be. So between the two, like the camera game it's kind of aces. Like either way, you're going to end up with something that's going to do really good photos. The difference is you're stuck in a walled garden on the iPhone side where the Play Store, you're going to get what they have, and that's all you're going to get. Android has the majority of the market now when it comes to it because of how many different versions of Android phones there are out there and tablets and all that stuff. So a lot of developers go to them now. It used to be the iPhone got a ton of apps, a ton of things because it was the place to be. It had the market. It doesn't have the market anymore. Android's got the market because of the saturation that they have with their different devices. So you can be in a locked down ecosystem like that, but the problem is Apple, as we know, is very stringent when it comes to allowing things in. They're not willing to negotiate. They're not willing to take
Oh.
less money for certain things, stuff like that. That's why
So
we saw that this whole Xbox app was basically
wait a
held
minute.
up back in the day.
Wait a minute. So you're telling me that Apple's like PlayStation?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah,
Literally same.
100%. They're really far up their asses because they think that they are the only game in town, and they
Okay,
think,
chat.
well, because we're doing this well, we don't need to adapt.
Chat, y'all have a mission. Chat, get me a Samsung phone that can open up like a tablet. I'm leaving iPhone. If it's
Samsung Galaxy Fold. There you go.
it opens up
Done.
like a, but it opens up like that Google phone that opens up like a big tablet. Looks so nice.
I had the Fold 4, if I remember correctly, and
Ah.
it had a pretty good front screen to it, but then it also opened it up. You had the stylus. It was great.
Hmm.
And they have the Fold 5 out now, if I remember correctly.
Does it have
5 or
Chrono?
6.
Does it have Chrono Trigger?
I'm sure you could probably get it on there.
Got it,
If,
yeah.
if it's
Pretty
on
sure
the
you could
if
just
it's on
buy
the
it.
Play Store, if it's on the Play Store, you can play it there. And if not, I'm sure you can find it somewhere.
So how am I gonna get my pictures and everything on there then for my iPhone?
You connect your phone to your computer.
Oh
You go
Lord.
to the Photos section. You drag the folder to your desktop, and then you disconnect your iPhone and you flush it down the toilet. And you go get a new phone. You connect it to your computer. You drag it into there, or you put it into Google, which allows you just free cloud data.
Hmm.
And there you go.
All right. Let's keep on going, Chad. Let's keep on going because I feel like I'm being really picked on my iPhone, man. My iPhone's such a good phone, but if it's like PlayStation, I'm gonna have to eject on that sucker. I have to eject. I don't take to that. No. So back to the subject, right? I was talking about the iPhone thing, right, with the mobile, right? So real quick now, back to it. Call of Duty, which happened this Monday, which was amazing, beautiful. That I mean, I was just wow. I was like, man, they're really ramping up on this market. Call of Duty going cloud gaming, Black Ops 6 Day 1, and Modern Warfare 3 on October 25th. That is just freaking fantastic news. Raps are finally back. My God, I'm happy that the raps are finally back. I know, Ryu are. You're gonna say Amazon, you can find a shit ton of raps, but no. I'm talking about Microsoft raps, not from Amazon. No, Microsoft actual raps for the console. I'm happy it's coming back. You know, when I first saw it, I actually thought it was a damn. It was an damn. I was like, man, an Xbox special edition. Then I read it's a rap. I said, oh, even better. Let's go. I mean, I don't have to spend $600. You know, it's probably like 40, 50 for that wrap, which is freaking awesome. Also, a controller and an Elite 2 with Call of Duty on it, right? Call of Duty, which this was something I was amazed on ESPN Sports Center, which is a campaign created by Sky Media and Call of Duty. The Replacer is back, portrayed by Peter Storman. He is all over the place. I mean, I went into the Call of Duty thing on Twitter. There's like 50 commercials on this man. A lot of them are in Sports Center, a lot of them outside Sports Center, but it's like everything is evolved in ESPN. I mean, that's freaking amazing, man. Everything they're doing over there with Call of Duty. So let's start with you, Son. I want to start with you on this one, man. With everything that has been happening, Silent, how do you feel now about the market strategy of Xbox?
I feel the exact same about the market strategy of Xbox generally. Because this wasn't Xbox, this was Activision Blizzard.
But
The people who do the marketing in Activision and Blizzard have always done a really good job with marketing. Xbox just ended up inheriting the fact that they know how to actually market. That's all that happened. You ended up with people who were capable of doing marketing because you purchased them. So congrats. That's a good thing. You now have people that do that. I would encourage Xbox moving forward to take a note from Activision and Blizzard on marketing and understand that, like, oh, look at all these things that they're doing with Peter Stormare, Call of Duty, all of this fervor that comes around this game. Like, you look at this game and it's a juggernaut.
It
You
is.
would be foolish to look at what they're doing right now and not try and be like, hey, we want to collaborate with you and make sure that we make our next Xbox studio game this big or whatever. Like, they literally, because of the purchase, have purchased a juggernaut when it comes to marketing.
Mhm.
They just need to utilize the fact that they have the talent in-house now. But as
Oh,
far as what Microsoft has done, like, yes, I'll give them credit. They did a wrap. They did some controllers. Cool. But that being said, that's literally what Microsoft's been doing for the last 7 years. So it's not like they suddenly, it's not like they reinvented the wheel.
Oh
Like
no, no,
let's
no!
let's be
I know that.
100% honest. They are doing exactly what Microsoft always does, what Xbox always does. Put Actibliz in charge of marketing, have those people do these things, and you'll probably see a benefit across the whole group.
But Sam, I mean, before that, we talked about the showcases, which was an amazing improvement because it was before what one showcase and then the Game of the Year awards with Xbox, wasn't it? It was it and the June showcase, and that's it. And then we have Game Awards with it, pretty much with Xbox when they wanted to put something on the Game Awards. But it was only like two showcases in the year. Now we have
Okay.
several showcases. We've seen them
Hey,
marketing the games.
hey,
Which
Louis.
is what's up.
Louis, do you remember when Xbox did a monthly show where they did a deep dive on games constantly?
When was that?
For years. And they cut it off about 3 years ago, I think, if I remember correctly. They basically kneecapped it.
Oh, really?
So yeah, I
Oh,
I get
dang.
what you're saying, but Microsoft has had ebbs and flows. Like this is how all these studios are. They get
Yeah,
too overconfident in what they do.
yeah,
They trip. They step on the rake. They learn from it for a while they've got that really bad headache, and then they hopefully adapt accordingly. It's the same thing we see with Sony and Xbox, like every generation. One of them steps in it, they learn from it, they come back stronger. And then the other one steps in it, they come back stronger. We see this every time.
yeah. So
Um,
there's always one that literally just goes on the bad side, right?
yeah,
Like, yeah, it's
yeah,
always like that. I agree with that.
and it blows my mind because it can't be just us that see this, right? Like these guys are living it out in real time.
Mhm.
How do you not see when these things happen and learn from those mistakes? That's why we teach history in schools, is so we don't continue to do the same mistakes over and over again. We learn from the mistakes. We look at it and we tactically approach it differently. It'd be like it's like that movie Edge of Tomorrow with Tom Cruise, where it's like Groundhog's Day with war, right? Every time he dies in a certain way, he learns from it, he adjusts, he adapts, he comes back stronger. That's what you do. Microsoft, I feel like trips on the rake, Sony trips on the rake over and over and over again. And Nintendo just watches and laughs because they're like, I don't know what these guys are doing. But it's kind of funny, and we're selling a ton of systems while they're struggling. So
Yeah, that's true. I mean, Nintendo's kicking ass out there. Nintendo is the exclusive beast. Nintendo is the console beast right now, and it's going to keep on being the console beast. I mean, they're about to beat that on your 50 million mark, man. I can't wait for that. That's going to be, a proud moment for Nintendo, and well, to be honest, an actual console because we all know why PlayStation went to 150 million sales. Hey, 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 hey,
But
hey,
to
hey.
be fair with Nintendo,
Yeah,
you guys know I'm a Nintendo guy.
we all know that.
what?
Well,
What?
like I enjoy my Nintendo. I enjoy my Xbox. I enjoy all my games. But anyways, um, to be fair, Nintendo has stepped on the rake every other generation as well. If you look historically over the last since
Yeah.
All
even
of them
like the
do.
N64 wasn't a huge success, right? It was,
No,
and then
the 64 got its lunch eaten by the PlayStation 1. Um,
It
and
did.
you saw that in real time too, right? Like that controller was a tragedy for most games.
yeah.
It was a nightmare for something like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. And then Sony came along and was like, "Yo, check this thing out. This works great and it plays way better." And the controller was not as foreign to people. Like it was more of a common style that we were familiar with.
Yep.
Yeah, and like the N64 cartridges held them back too. I gave PlayStation 1 a huge advantage.
Yeah.
And like they had some great first party games. The 64 has some great first party games, some of the best
Yeah.
they've ever made, right? I mean, they changed the whole genre of a 3D platformer with Super Mario 64. But then you look at GameCube as well, and then they had like they stepped on a rake on that one with the little mini discs. which
Yeah.
hurt them a lot, right? Not putting a DVD player in there. And then they bounced back with the Wii, then just absolutely killed themselves with the Wii U, and now they're with the Switch, where it's
Very
gonna be
solid.
probably the best-selling console of all time.
You know,
Yes.
I will give Nintendo credit though when it comes to hardware on the GameCube,
I love the
because
GameCube, I agree on that.
the system may have floundered in a lot of ways and it may have not done very well or been a critical darling, but that hardware,
Oh, it was
especially as
great.
someone who was working in the industry at the time that that thing was
The
out there,
tank.
dude, it was amazing. Like I rarely ever had to replace a GameCube for a customer. I had to replace plenty of PlayStations because of DVD-ROM drives dying,
Oh,
uh,
don't
of
even
which of which I think I told you in the past. I think I've told you guys, like, I went through about 4 or 5 DVD-ROMs that just burnt out on me because the PlayStation kept putting in the crappy ones. And then when I ended up getting my PS2 Slim, I was stoked because I was like, sweet, it's not the same drive. And guess what
yeah.
killed that one? The power supply fried up.
The
And they
D
ended up having a recall on it.
the DVD drive on the PS2 plays into my origin story of Xbox because mine broke, and then they wouldn't fix it when they should have, and then I got an Xbox.
See,
Oh, you got Xbox.
that's primarily the reason why I shifted to Xbox as well. Is because like I worked at the store and I was getting the warranties on my system, so I had it covered for I think it was about 3 or 4 of them. Um, I had a couple I had to go through Sony and actually get it repaired directly through them, which back then it took like 4 to 5 weeks for you to get your system back.
Yeah.
But when I got the game store job, like I was getting them replaced as soon as they were dying because I'd just buy the warranty. But that I got tired of it, dude. I was just like, this. First off, this is a problem, and they're not fixing it. Second, Xbox has LAN built right in. I don't have to get an adapter for it. Its online ecosystem is better. And I just like I merged right to it. I shifted to Jedi Academy and Rainbow Six 3. And those took over the majority of my time. And all of a sudden my PlayStation just sat there and I was kind of hesitant to start it because I was afraid that my drive was going to go bad again.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. It was an interesting generation, and all three of those consoles were good consoles, and it's
Mhm.
like you said, like the GameCube was absolute tank. Nothing. I loved it. I loved it. I even loved like the
Yep.
controller. Some people hate that controller, but I think it's great. It was
It
just
it
they
was
made some terrible choices with like
it was
business
great
wise.
for
I heard it.
Mario Party and Smash Bros.
Yeah. Well, that was
I
those are the
remember
those
them
are
being
some main
great.
games. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and you know, you mentioned that too. Is like those controllers were also extremely durable. The rubber grip on the one thumbstick not so durable, but the controllers in general held up probably better than most of the controllers we've seen over the last like 5-6 generations.
Nah, the 360 controller was unbeatable. I never seen a controller, man, that takes so much beating like a 360 controller. I don't know
Ex-
why. I mean,
Except for the rubber joysticks again.
I'm
Like
st-
I can't
bro,
count how many times I saw people coming in to replace it because they would start to peel or
that's such a
tear on the
yeah.
edges. Yeah.
Ah, real quick before I ask you the same question, Plume, about the Xbox marketing, let me go shout out the chat real quick. There's just some people in here, man. I mean, there's people in here just chatting, having some fun, man. Let's go. I mean, look, Sour Blow in the house. Sour Blow, we miss you, buddy. We need you to be here. Every time I handle the controllers, I mess up. Come back, come back. What was in here? Let me see. Xbox Gamer, what's up, brother? Oh, Froggy T, right? What's up, Froggy? How you doing, man? How you doing, man? Oh man. Oh, I think that's what's that? Oh, you are gaming in the house, throwing in some slander. What's up, you are gaming? Jesse
It's
James, hello,
saying I should be
hello.
replaced. I should be canceled.
No,
You look at
never.
that shit. My
Yeah,
goodness.
Ryu has been betraying us lately. I mean, the other day he tapped me out there on Twitter, like,
Well,
man,
to be fair, you are an Xbox shill, so it makes sense.
what? Because I was talking about marketing and stuff like that. I was being
Yeah.
honest. No, but
Nah, dude, I'm pretty sure you're on the payroll.
on the pay, man, what? Hey, Phil, where my money at?
It's okay,
Man,
Louise. Some people in my comments say that about me too. So
oh, that's okay. I know. So, Plume, How are you feeling about that marketing, man? How are you feeling about the Xbox marketing?
I love what they did today for sure with Call of Duty.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Finally, they gave us something to buy if you want to spend your money, right? Because like, we were talking about this I think, last week or the week before with like the whole Indiana Jones console and
Yeah.
how they always have these amazing looking consoles that you have to only get in a giveaway. And I guess I get it because they're probably not expecting to ship that many units of it, so they don't want to put the production costs into making them. But it
But
can't be that
still,
expensive to put a paint job on a
dude,
console, right? And sell it.
if Sony's doing that PlayStation skin, the PlayStation 1 skin on the PS5 Pro, like come on. If your
Yeah, but
competition's doing it, you can do it.
But remember
But they
it's
have a
very
better
limited,
option.
that one though.
Not that limited. It sure as hell didn't sell out very fast, did it?
I mean,
The
PlayStation has.
30th went like super fast.
That one did?
It's
Okay.
yeah, the gray one,
Hmm.
it went really fast.
Well, they don't have that problem anymore because of skins. I think the only misfortune about this is when was the last skin we saw? Starfield.
Yeah,
Why
that
did
There's
was
it
some
take you
generic ones.
exactly
why did it take you so damn long
to
to
release a new
release
one.
another wrap?
Yeah.
What are you doing? You had other games come out. Like
I mean,
this one looks really good. Don't get me wrong, but those wraps can't cost that much.
no, I was expecting a wrap with pretty much every first party game, but hey, maybe this is the start to them doing that. But also like Call of Duty, it's like a different beast, right? Compared to every other first party game that they have. Maybe Halo's kind of up there as well, but I mean we're not getting a new Halo in a while. Just in terms of like units it ships and people that play it. Um,
Uh,
that's nice.
Plume, do you think because we're seeing this now and because like these things are starting to launch again, do you think maybe this means we'll end up seeing an Indiana Jones wrap?
Yeah, I mean, there
I,
has to
I'm
be
kind
one. I
of
mean, especially with that. I mean, damn, especially with that damn gold console. I mean, I was like, man, when I saw it, I was like, okay, I gotta sell my Xbox. I literally was thinking I gotta sell my Xbox just to get that console, get that controller with the jewels on it. I was hyping that thing, and then I saw with
this
the
would
damn raffle.
this would be their solution to it, right? Is like
Yeah,
honestly, I'm kind of surprised they didn't do one for Deadpool and Wolverine.
yeah.
Like you could do a wrap still. Like even though you had those custom controllers or the system wraps, like you have the option.
yeah, I think they did it. So it's Bethesda game, right? They did it with Starfield. So I don't know. I feel like it just makes sense. It's a huge IP as well.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
but I wish they would just release that special edition console they showed because that was pretty cool. But
So
like,
guys, oh, sorry about that. Real quick, to tell the chat, I'm sorry. You know, it's people protesting. I said at 8 p.m. they're gonna do a loud sound. I don't know if you guys heard it. Did you guys hear it? Don't you guys hear it? Look.
No, I mean it sounded like you were in a strip club getting cheered on,
oh,
but
that's what that was. I'm like, what is going on in
Yeah,
my ears for a second?
yeah. That's it. Yeah, people are protesting. That's why. So if you
hmm,
guys hear that, sorry about that. Let me just read myself real quick. So it ends. It literally takes like 3 minutes. Keep going, Blue.
man,
Uh,
Keep going.
I, I
yeah,
I wish
no,
our
like,
protests were that peaceful.
uh, um, yeah, like I hope they continue with these wraps and the marketing for Call of Duty. I do agree that is like the marketing for this game has been cooking for a long time. I would assume, and that is the ABK stuff. But hey, now that ABK's marketing is in Xbox, like they can hopefully work together in ways and do this type of stuff for future games that are coming out. Like I'm expecting some big stuff for Indiana Jones as well. What else is Flight Simulator's first party coming out this year too? So we'll see if they do anything for that. And that's probably more of like a niche game, but yeah, I mean, if we're talking third party marketing, like Lou was saying, Metaphor ReFantasio did extremely well with
Dude,
the Xbox market
that
rates.
that wrap would have flown.
Oh, that would have
Like
been
Yeah,
huge.
that
Yeah.
would have flown. Yeah, I mean that's
you
that.
you get something exclusive that Sony doesn't get from the Persona creator. That would do well.
Yep.
Very well.
Will do well.
And
I
they
mean,
were
Oh, go
They
for it.
put Metaphor everywhere. It was in New York. We saw, I think it was also in like Hong Kong, with the Xbox logo and everything. So they were marketing that game with Xbox in the Asian regions too. And I wonder how that did, right? Because obviously Xbox doesn't thrive in those regions. That would be interesting to see like how successful that marketing was.
Yeah, I mean they started to market on Wu Chang Feather, or what's it Wu Chang the Feather or something?
Wu Chang, yeah, they're showing that at
They're
the
showing
partner
that.
showcase, right?
No, they're going to show it on the partner showcase, and also I saw that they're promoting it over there in New York too. So they're literally marketing like crazy. I mean, Xbox is starting to market insane, and it's like how you said, because I mean that's what was going to be one of my questions. I mean, what other raps would you like to have been shown by Xbox? I mean, there's so much. Like for example, we need a Doom rap. I mean, I want a damn Doom rap. I want a powerful Doom rap for me to get. Because I'm a bitch. I'm a huge Doom guy. I hope we get an Elite controller and a Doom controller because you know what? I'm going to get those, even though, my wife might kill me, but I'm getting them. I'm getting the rap. I'm also getting the console edition. I'm sorry about the chimes, guys. It's almost over, I think. But damn, these guys are going for a while. But yeah. Um, they need to keep doing these raps. They need to do something because if you guys are not going to do the console, which is okay, cool. But like how we said with the Indiana Jones, is going to get a rap. Are we actually going to get Indiana Jones controllers? Stuff like that. We have a lot of questions, about what are they going to do with all this stuff.
Yeah. Now here's my thing, to be honest, although I think they need to make wraps, I probably will never buy one because I have the Halo Infinite Series X, which I think looks better than every wrap that's come out. And that the console itself is amazing, which is why I would have liked more special edition consoles like the Halo Infinite one.
Oh, sorry, I got myself muted. Oh, silent dropped off. Okay, I'll keep on going then. I mean,
P&L show is back.
P&O show is back, baby. We're back. The Lou P&O show. I mean, so let's get the chat involved with this one, right? Because I want to see chat's thoughts on this one. What can Microsoft do better for the marketing, right? Besides for what they're doing, what can they do better? Like, for example, what can they bring back from 360 days just to get this thing to 100%? Because I'm not saying it's perfect right now, but yes, right now it's at a 90% right now as it is. I mean, I'm seeing it. I'm loving it. I'm happy that they're actually doing something with the marketing. It was time because, like I always said, if Xbox market their stuff even better, especially their console, right? Oh, I put myself on screen. Sorry about that. Even their console's better because I was really happy about this, right? I saw something from from one of the pictures from Call of Duty. They actually showed the console. It's like, man, that's amazing. They showed the console, they showed the TV, they showed the Fire Stick, they showed a controller, they showed a laptop, which basically saying, hey, we're Xbox. We're here to dominate everywhere. That's for me what that picture said. Like, people say a picture has 1,000 words. That for me was one of the things it showed me when I saw that picture. It was beautiful. So yes, it's time for them to pump this thing up. They gotta pump it. They got to pump it. They got to make it way better than what it is. I mean, I'm happy they're going this right way, but what can they bring back just to get to that 100%? What do you think, Plume?
Um, I think they're on the right track, honestly. Like I'm excited about the partner showcase. This is, I think, their second one this year.
Yeah, I
Am I
think it's the
correct?
second one. Yeah, second one. Oh, Silence back. All right, that's good.
And what you said earlier about their showcases, like we can't deny that their showcases over the last number of years have been absolutely phenomenal.
Yes, they're
Which
getting better and better.
I think those are some of the most important things in order to generate that hype and generate the want to play and get into the Xbox ecosystem. And they've knocked it out of the park. And I think that's only going to improve going forward with all ABK being integrated now and just like the amount of games they're going to have to be able to show off. So I can see them pretty much every year having some insanely successful showcases. I like the partner showcase. They did that showcase when they shadow dropped Hi-Fi Rush at the beginning of 2023. I think they should do more of those, maybe like one every quarter, where you're going into a deep dive into the studios at Xbox and then showing like going to the studio, showing the people working on the game, talking about like some of the more behind the scenes side of the games being in development. I think that would be super cool because there's a lot of games people would love to hear about. So if they did more of those, that'd be awesome. But I definitely think they are on the right track. Like it's there's always something. Like if you're thinking about this past month or so,
Hmm.
or even the last few months, like the only big platform news that we've gotten has pretty much just been Xbox. Even the last 2 weeks,
Xbox.
right? It's just been Xbox. So I think they're on the right track for sure. And they just gotta like just do more of it. And then the biggest thing of all will be their games need to release and they need to hit and they need to be in good shape, right? They can't have like you always get the stuff before launch with like the FPS or oh the game's broken, all the stuff. They got to just avoid that, and I think they should be able to avoid that no problem now with the amount of games they have. There shouldn't be games releasing if they're not ready. To just put it in the cooker and release something else that is ready.
Yep. So, Silent, I'm gonna ask you the same question. I gotta ask you the same question because we're talking about the marketing, right? And I told Plume like, what would you like? We're almost there to near that 100% that Xbox needs to be with that marketing. They're almost near to that. I have a feeling they're almost near to that. But what do you think they could bring back from like the 360 days and stuff? From their history that they have done with marketing, made it like how they used to do it to make it nowadays, to get to that 100% that we were all excited. Like, for example, I mentioned like the whole ESPN thing, watching those commercials, man, I'm just laughing my ass off. It's just hilarious. They're fun. Everything that's going on. I'll be honest with you. I literally thought that man literally worked for ESPN. I was like, man, I mean, does he really work for? I literally thought that. But it happens because I gotta be honest. Y'all gonna troll me for this, but you know what? Hey, it happens. I don't know why I did not go through the COD Black Ops campaign 1 and 2. I don't know why. I sat there and I was thinking, did I play 1 and 2? I guess I didn't. I should go back to it. But
Wait, wait.
yep,
Hold on.
yep. Here we go. Here you go.
COD 1 and 2 campaign.
No, no, not 1 and 2.
Which?
Black Ops. Black Ops. I mean, Black Ops 1 and 2.
Okay.
No, not COD.
Okay. I was
No, no,
about to say, like,
no, no. I did play 1 and 2.
you're gonna have to be way more specific because they've had like 6 different 1s and 2s.
Mm.
Um,
What would you like again? Like, what would you like from the 360 days to come back? To get to that 100%. I mean, we need to get the fans excited, and man, there's been some excitement. They're actually doing something. There's been some.
I think ultimately, probably what I want to see is just I want to see those personalities driving it. I want to see Xbox everywhere like we used to see. And I think the thing that frustrates me is as they're expanding into these different markets, you've got your mobile phones, your tablets, your TVs, your Xbox, your PC, your browsers, all these things that can play these games. I mean, maybe I'm just not plugged in as much as I used to be, but I don't feel like I see Xbox out there in the way that I should with how much saturation they're trying to push. Like, I feel like there's just not the representation there just yet. But when you look at something like 360, you had the personalities, you had the marketing, you had, I mean, it was everywhere. You saw in that Real Still movie with Hugh Jackman. You saw it on the wall of like the soccer field where they were like teasing Xbox 720. Like you saw all these different things where like Xbox was everywhere. Now, granted, that was in a time when Sony had literally we talk about stepping on the rake, right? Sony had just stepped on the rake because they told you, hey, if you want our system, oh, you can't afford it at $600? Well, go get another job. Go get a second job so you can afford our system. When Microsoft was like, well, you don't have to get a second job just to afford our system. And you're going to get Elder Scrolls and Fallout and all these games a year earlier than you are on Sony. The goodwill was in Microsoft's corner at that point in time. And I would argue that the goodwill is teetering much more towards Xbox at this point of this generation. Currently, just with the way that things are going. Now, granted, there's going to be Sony shills. We saw one earlier that we were talking about in the chats this morning. And, there's going to be those diehards no matter what. Sony's always going to have that support no matter what. It's the same thing as Nintendo, and there's going to be those diehards on Xbox side as well.
Mhm.
But Sony has this like ride or die group that it doesn't matter what they do. It does not matter. They will still be with Sony. Um, and I feel like we've seen some people start to peel off over the last couple months because of the lack of games, the remake and remasters of games, the ridiculous price ask of the PS5 Pro, the lack of presence when it comes to announcements or a roadmap. Um, Sony's not doing well in that regards. And I think that if Microsoft sees this and focuses really, really hard on just trying to put Xbox anywhere and everywhere that you look, I think they could do this. And I think they could turn that ship. It's going to take the effort. Microsoft has not been for the last couple decades, or sorry, for the not decades, last couple generations, they've not been super concerned or focused about the marketing as much as they probably needed to be in certain situations. Sony's in a bad spot right now when it comes to their stuff. Like, yes, their sales are up on consoles. Yes, they still have a fan base, but Sony's not in an amazing spot when it comes to their lineup, the roadmap, any of that stuff right now. Xbox is everywhere, and it's going to continue to be everywhere, and it's going to expand, especially now that we saw what they're doing with the app, right? We see that now you're going to be able to cloud game all your stuff eventually wherever you have access to cloud, which is huge for anyone. Like, granted, it's not always the perfect experience if your internet connection isn't amazing, but the fact that you have access to those games and you can access those games wherever you go, that's going to be a huge thing for them. And the fact that they have as much as they do in Game Pass right now puts them in a very strong position. We talked about it for a long time, how Xbox eventually wanted to get to a one game release per quarter cadence. And it's taken a really long time for us to get to that point. But at this point, with how many things they have, they could easily do more than one a quarter. And so now we're starting to see them actually push some back or adjust the release schedule to an extent to give certain ones more time if needed, so that way they're not encroaching on each other's time frame, like their release period. And that's a good spot for them because they have so many games that are finally in the pipeline where, like, once these things start releasing, it will not stop. Sony, meanwhile, is sitting here without a roadmap. So what are we doing? Like, you literally just asked people for what, $600 to $700 for a PS5 Pro when you have nothing to sell it with. Astrobot, okay, that's 6 hours roughly, right? Cool. So after 6 hours are done, what are you going to play? You're going to play the remasters, remakes?
Hey,
Is that
Horizon.
what we're going to do?
Horizon Remaster.
Yep, Horizon Remaster. There you go. If you haven't had it to your eyeballs already in Last of Us and Horizon, be prepared, because I'm sure that Spider-Man is within probably a year or so of having remasters and remakes as well. So I would argue that, yeah, if they keep at this pace and if they push at this point, Microsoft could be in a really good spot. I go back to what we were talking about previously. They have Activision and Blizzard in their pocket now. They have people who know how to market. Utilize that strength. Utilize that strength to promote and endorse all the games that you have moving forward. See how they advertise. Utilize their ability and their mastery of that process. Use them. They're part of your team now. Make it a cohesive unit and work together to make all these games so anywhere you look, you see that game.
Yep. I mean, what Peter what is Peter Stormare?
Peter Stormare.
Stormare, but what he's doing, man, has just been amazing. I've been laughing. I'm like, I look like that dude. I should be the next Peter Stormare. saying go or saying da 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 da. Oh man, it's been an amazing couple of days. I'll be honest with you. I just been real happy about how things are going, man. I'm just really happy with that marketing, man. And that's the thing, though. Like media doesn't cover that. Like always, media never talks like everything that's going positive right there, man. It's beautiful.
Yeah. No, instead,
Yeah.
when Microsoft actually has a win,
Yeah. Exactly.
what does media talk about?
All the
Media
bad stuff.
talks about the fact that your data cap is in trouble
Oh my god.
because when you stream the new flight simulator, you're going to run out of data. Which,
Exactly.
okay, I get it. I get it. A couple of years ago, I was not paying for an unlimited cap. Unlimited cap costs us like, I think it's $20 extra a month, gets you unlimited data. I
Exactly.
get that. If that's not in your budget, I get it. There are options. You can still play the game. But the fact that Microsoft has an upswing and media's response is, yeah, man, but that data cap is going to suffer,
So
and so
good stuff right there.
Microsoft's the devil
Devil, yeah.
because data cap. Like, get a life.
Like,
Go find an actual newsworthy article. Like, when do you remember when we had magazines and you were actually interested in reading these people's opinions?
yep.
And nowadays, when they put something out, all you want to do is scroll faster on your phone so you can get away from the crap that they're posting. Like, everyone from IGN, from like all of these different groups, it all they spew is the stuff that gains engagement. That's all
Hmm.
it is. It doesn't matter if it's a win for Microsoft. They're concerned about the bad because if it bleeds, it leads.
That's it. That's it. I mean, everything bad is just everything bad. It's just like every time I read this, just laugh. It's like, oh man, this one meme. Mama says ponies are ordinary because they got all them consoles but no games. I mean, they seem like they're all mad, and it seems like media's mad too. Media's a part of this too. It's like they're mad with what Microsoft is doing, and man, we gotta say this. It's been a beautiful week for Xbox, no doubt. Marketing super positive. Mobile thing that's gonna come up. I mean, your own games on Android. Oh my god! I mean that's one of the most amazing news out there. I mean, even though I'm an iPhone user, and iPhone for me is the best. No, I'm just kidding, Chad. I'm just kidding. You don't have to kill me, Chad. I'm just messing.
Louis,
But yeah, what?
Louis,
What?
I'm just gonna say it,
What?
and I know we've talked about it on the back and
Uh,
stuff. Um,
uh, I had to
the
switch.
video game awards are going to be quite an interesting time.
Yep.
I'm very curious to see how Jeff
How?
tries to pull this one out of his ass,
Yes.
because
Yes.
there's not a win. What's he gonna put Sony up for this time? Like Astrobot, we know he'll put it there for Astrobot. What
Concord.
else? What else is he gonna try and put it there? Oh, they sold some PlayStation units. Like, what else do you have that you can like give them props for this time around?
I mean,
This is what Microsoft ran into like a year ago,
mhm.
and they're suffering for it, and they just need to accept it and bring out some damn games.
Exactly. I mean, didn't they say they had a great year? I think it was IGN who said it. PlayStation has had a marvelous year. Beautiful
Yeah,
year. I'm like, huh?
yeah. To anyone who has a vision problem, maybe. Sure. Yeah, if you thought that they had a good roadmap this year, you might want to borrow my glasses,
Oh, dear
because
Lord.
from what I see, it ain't shit.
Uh-oh. 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 I'm not liking what I uh-oh. Purple in the house. Oh, here we go. Purple's in the
Yeah,
house.
here we
Here
go.
we go. Purple's in the
Here we
house.
go.
Purple's in the house. Uh-oh. Watch the cat fight in here, about to engage. Brittany, remember, behave, Brittany. Oh, Lord.
R rated,
No, no, no.
NC
GBG.
17,
No, GPG.
TVMA,
No.
X rated.
I mean, listen. If I had to vote, right, I say purple wins, hands down. I vote purple. Purple wins, hands down. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Purple. I mean, not purple. Plume. You have anything to add up to this? On the marketing, I think Plume, you're muted.
Louis a little
I
frazzled.
I already talked. I already talked about the marketing, Louis.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah,
No,
Louis,
I
Louis, are
think
you
that's something
you
else.
okay?
Yeah,
Louis,
I'm just, I'm just
Louis
laughing.
frazzled because Brittany's in here.
And
Purple,
purple
purple.
is
I
too.
I apologize. Louis had too much sugar earlier, and he's a little bit
Oh.
imbalanced right now.
No, I'll
He'll
be
be
honest
okay.
with you. I had to eat really quick, so I'm might be a little bit unbalanced because I had to eat really fast. I had to do like everything fast to get on the show, but yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. So moving on up to the east side. Moving on up. Predictions. Time to turn on the fire on the crystal ball before I get freaking burned like I did right now. But yes, man, I burned all my hair, some of my fingers, my fingers. I mean. So yeah, let's keep on going. So I have the prediction ball, guys, on the Xbox Partner Program. Let's start talking about it. What are your predictions about what's going to be shown tomorrow in the Xbox Partner Program? Plume, let's start with you. What would you like to see? What would you like to be shown in this Xbox Partner Program, baby? Let's go, Plume. Bring it. of
Oh, the Game Pass games. I mean, that's what I want to
course.
see. We already kind of know what they're showing with the Alan Wake stuff and the Legend. What's it called, Legend of Wu Chang or something. Um, that game's being shown off. What else would I like to see? I just want to see some cool announcements, some that, like I said, games going into Game Pass, maybe some new partnerships of games that are being funded by Xbox from their global publishing side of the business. That would be pretty cool. Um, what else? What else? I think the biggest thing, I know I've said this already 3 times, Game Pass, but like a big day one game next year or something coming out that is going to be landing into Xbox Game Pass. I mean, that would be the biggest. It's like going to be like a 20-minute show, so just nonstop games, which we know that's what it's going to be. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. I don't know.
That's pretty much it. Any game specific you want to see? I mean, I want to see more about what I keep forgetting the damn game about it's the first Berserker. There you go. That's how it
Oh, the
begins.
first, yeah, that would be very cool.
Yeah, that would be great. And Wu Chang, man, is looking freaking awesome, man. Wu Chang.
That
I
Wu
mean,
Chain game looks cool. Yeah.
that looks cool. That game looks cool. I mean, I think there was some more gameplay shown, and that's gonna be Wu Chang versus Wu Kong. I mean, who's gonna be the winner here? But man, that Wu Chang game is looking great, looking great. How about you, San? I mean, what would you like to see from the Xbox Partner Program, baby? We have the crystal ball right here. We have some predictions, baby. Go for it. Yeah, let's bring those predictions in, see if it happens.
You know what? I don't really have a lot in mind when it comes to that, but I will still something that Stephen Avery in the chat just mentioned. Mafia: The Old Country. Give us some gameplay.
Oh, that'd be
Show
cool.
us a
Yeah.
deep dive. Show us
Oh
something.
wow.
I'd be good. I'd be good with that. I think he's dead on when it comes to that. Um, besides that, man, like I don't know. I think the things that I want at this point in time, I'm not going to see. Something like a new Forza Horizon, I don't think we're going to see that until next year, right around May,
Hmm.
right before we go into their summer showcase. I don't know, man. They'll probably show us 3 more controllers.
Demo
I can almost guarantee that. But I don't know. I don't know. I mean, there are things I want to see them finally show. Again, we talked about Rare earlier. When are we going to finally see Everwild show up again? No, granted, if that ends up happening, it's going to be a VGA or it'll be a summer showcase.
ETA.
They're not video game awards.
Oh, okay.
I don't see that one happening at something that's like a smaller 40-minute event or whatever this is going to end up being. But you know what? I'll throw something out there. Maybe we'll end up seeing something on the new Yakuza. because we know that that's coming, right? The pirate version.
They're showing that. They said that they're going to. That's definitely
Oh
gonna be there.
well, hey, then there we go. I'm dead on. I literally haven't looked at like anything gaming news for the last like week, so that was kind of a shot in the dark. But I don't know. I guess well that's all I could think of, and they apparently already announced it. So I'm just gonna sit in my corner over here.
No, I'm the one who's going to sit in the corner because, I mean, what the hell am I reading?
What'd you do?
What the hell am I reading? Why? Why? Are you able to see?
What happened?
Just go to the chat. What the hell am I reading? I mean, don't you see what's happening over here? I'm late too. It might be Louis. I mean, what the hell? Oh man. Oh my
Louis,
god.
you.
I got a problem here.
Yep. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you really do.
I have a problem here. I need to solve this. I mean,
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
what is it?
Some of those dad vibes.
Almost that. Oh Lord. Oh my God. Oh my God. Chat, you guys made me rattle too much today. All right. Bring it back in. Okay. Serious face. Meditate. Okay. I'm ready. All right. So. Oh man. Oh man.
You know what I want?
What was it?
You know what? While you catch your breath, I now know what I want to see.
What do you want to see, Plume? What do you want to see?
I want to see Xbox and Sega come out and talk more about those old games they're bringing back, like Crazy Taxi and Shinobi and Streets of Rage and Jet Set Radio, and show those games off because we've seen leaks of the gameplay. So I feel like those could be ready to show, and that'd be awesome to see.
Hey, you know what? Okay, sorry, I take it back. After he mentioned that spurred something in my mind.
Oh,
I want to see him finally show some more ActiBliz games that are coming to Game Pass. That's what I want to see.
all right. Because the show's called the partner program because they're going to talk. They're bringing in some third party devs, in there. I mean, I want to see. We already saw some gameplay from Preparation 33.
Reparation H.
Yeah, Preparation 33. Is it? I keep forgetting the damn name. It's Preparation 33. I don't remember the damn name. I just call it Preparation 33. That's how I call it. Period. Yeah, I mean that game. We saw some gameplay the other day. It looks amazing.
The turn based RPG, is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah.
Obscure
cool.
obscure 30 something like that. Yeah.
I thought maybe you were getting it mixed with one of the other games, but that being said, you mentioned that. We'll probably see some more from Immortal or 33 Immortal.
Oh,
also.
33 Mortals. Yeah. You'll probably see some what's it called? This game that was shown that it's coming to PC first and then it's coming to Xbox and everybody was mad and yada yada yada. That fighting game, what's it called? That's
Narrows it down.
I forgot the name. It was Castle something or I don't. Oh man, I don't know the name. I keep forgetting. There's so many games you just forget about the names of those. All so many games. But yes, I mean, like I was saying though, right? Since this is the project, the partner program. I mean, I'm gonna throw something in here in the crystal ball. Let's see if it happens. If my crystal ball don't work, that means I gotta buy a new one. So chat, bear with me. Let's see if it works. Can you imagine, crystal ball, that tomorrow?
Be careful with my balls.
I'm trying not to laugh so I don't drop this, okay? So, can you imagine, Cristobal, that tomorrow we actually finally get shown a PlayStation first party title dropping into Xbox? Can that actually happen in this partner program? I think people don't talk about that much of the partner program because they're scared that there's going to be games shown from Xbox or going to PlayStation.
Which game, Louis? Which game?
Which game? Which game would I like to see? Now,
Be realistic about it.
I don't want Horizon. Horizon sucks. I'm sorry. Again, this is my personal opinion. It sucks. I don't like it. I try to play through it many times. I try to give it a chance. It just doesn't click for Lou. Never has, never will. Let me see now. What PlayStation King could buy? Oh, Helldivers would be nice. I would like Helldivers to go there. Seriously, Helldivers would make a great thing, for a great game from PlayStation to drop into Xbox.
Be a smart bet.
What?
It'd be a smart bet.
Yeah, I mean, it would be.
It'd be really smart for them considering they decide to shoot themselves in the foot and require the PlayStation Online login.
Yeah, which is still blocked in 180 countries. Thank you, Sony. Appreciate it. I've shown it. I talked about it every single morning. It hurts my
I
mouth
know.
not talking about it. Yep,
I know.
pissed off about it. Can't play Helldivers on my PC. Hell with you. I want to play my 3080. See how it looks. Ah. But anyways, I would like to see that happen. I mean, because since it's all about the partners, right? I mean, since now the partners for pretty much everyone out there. I mean, what else could they show? I mean, we already got the Amazon game that's on Xbox, and I hear a lot of people playing it. What's that game called? I forgot. But could a Bandai Namco be announced in there though? Because I mean, they went to visit Bandai Namco. Who else did they visit? Plume? They visited pretty much everyone. Square, you know.
Bandai
Yes.
Namco's kind of been in a bad spot right now, though,
Yeah,
right? Because they just laid off a whole bunch of people.
I mean, everyone
Put
is in
them
a bad
into a
spot.
room and bored them to death, and then said, "You guys want to leave?"
What do you mean they put him into a room and board him to death by that?
They're like, "We're announcing more Gundam," and everyone's like, "I'd rather shoot myself."
More
No,
gun.
there's a way that it's a Japanese thing. I don't know. I read it in the article. It's like they just make you have no work to do, so you just get so bored that you voluntarily leave the company.
They really
Bro.
do that?
Bro,
I
I
talked about it.
wish I
Yeah.
wish that worked here in the US.
I know people will just stay forever.
Man. Oh, good
Man,
God. I
I
can't
mean,
count how many times I've seen people where I was just like, you literally do nothing.
No work and you'll pay
How?
me? Never leave.
Yeah. That's what? That's also from Office Space, right? My cousin's broke, don't do shit. That's how I feel. It's like they pay for anything. Like firing people is
I
not
got,
a common thing.
I gotta watch
Yeah.
Office Space. It sounds like a fun movie.
Oh good
No,
God.
I have not. Silent Cypher. Listen, I watched
Dude.
Fanboys. I watched Fanboys the other day, and I was laughing my ass off. I don't know if you ever
Dude.
seen Fanboys.
Okay, I'm convinced now that you're telling me this, I'm convinced that DR is kind of like 10 years, maybe 15 years behind the US when it comes to
Uh,
film.
yep, and
Because
technology
that
too.
movie released in like 2006, 2005.
Yeah, but it may be released, but like hearing about it, like, yeah. Because here's the thing, though, right? We used to have because, like, for example, I bless every single day that we got Amazon Fire Sticks, we got all this stuff because now with Amazon and stuff, we can actually see new stuff. I mean, I can tune into to some American channels and stuff. Right here, what we have is like Latin American channels, right? That's what we have. Latin American channels and the Dominican channels, which I don't watch because I just cannot tolerate Dominican crazy stuff that happens here. But basically, like I was saying, like we don't get to see that stuff. But for example, Office Space seems like a new thing to me. Fanboys, I heard about from this guy from over there in England, right? Shout out to my brother from over there, right? Simon. He was telling me you should watch Fanboys, bro. I was like, yeah. What's it about? It's about the Trekkie versus Star Wars. I'm like, oh man, I gotta watch this. And I watched it the other day, which finally came into the YouTube. I was like, man, let me watch this. Yes, on the YouTube Prime thing. I went in there and watched it. Was laughing my ass off with that movie. That was a great movie, great movie. So yes, I think Office Space is on there. I should go watch it. I'm gonna go watch it now because you keep talking about Office Space. You
It's
do.
on
Yeah,
it's
great
on
movie.
Hulu, it's all over the place. It's
Yeah,
definitely worth it.
yeah, but we're pretty much behind. I mean, look, you guys had long legs before, and then like a month later, we had
Dude,
it here.
dude, I literally just picked that up digital like 3 weeks ago.
Yep.
Um I showed my wife that movie, and that was an experience. It creeped the hell out of her. I really enjoyed that movie.
But
Watch it if you haven't.
I know something that will get someone excited in here if I mention it. But Final Fantasy, the rest of the Final Fantasy titles are supposed to to come to Xbox. Like for example, Final
Oh,
Fantasy
that'd be
16.
cool.
That would be cool if they actually announced in the partner program. I mean, why the heck not? Announce it. You
Yeah.
already announced in the Tucker Game Show the pixelated remastered. You already mentioned Visions of Mana, which is from Square. and Legends of Mana, which is from Square. I mean, why the hell not mention Final Fantasy on the showcase? Say we're bringing Final Fantasy 16 finally. Rebirth, when does it come? I don't know, or Final Fantasy 7, but hey, that would be a good thing to be brought into the partner program, you know? Um,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. 16. I think 16 tomorrow would be a great time to announce it. And it would kind of make sense. I know people are like, oh, why wasn't that Tokyo Game Show? But Final Fantasy is like big everywhere. It's mainstream
yep.
game. It's not just for Japanese gamers. So it would make sense for them to hold that off and then just announce it at their own show because that would be huge for everyone.
I know something that will get Silent very excited. I know. And that is that they announced the IO Interactive James Bond game in there. This Xbox, partner program.
See, I thought you were just gonna try and bust my chops again. No, that would make me very excited. I'd be very happy about that. Um,
There you
yeah,
go.
James Bond has a very special place in my heart. I grew up watching those movies. My dad always had him playing on TV going into Thanksgiving and Christmas because they had the marathons on, and yeah, it's always something that I've enjoyed. So yeah, if that game gets announced, or even if we just see like a teaser, it's fine with me right now. I just want to see what they're baking up.
I mean, what's the best James Bond movie ever made?
Dude,
Wow. I
that's
was
a
like,
hard one.
that's a
That's a
hard.
hard one. Just because like I feel like every actor has had at least one standout.
Yeah,
Um I don't know. I mean, I'm partial. I grew up primarily at my age. I grew up around like the Pierce Brosnan and the
he's
Timothy
man.
Dalton ones,
Chris
and
Boston.
so Goldeneye was a big one for
Yes.
me. I
Yes.
saw I think most of the Pierce Brosnan films in theaters when they came out, and so it was just really cool to see those even just on the big screen at that point in time. um, Daniel Craig has been the one that I was able to see all of his movies at big screen, and that's been freaking awesome.
Yeah.
As
Some
someone
of
who
the
used to physically abuse himself doing free running and parkour, Casino Royale has a place in my heart
yeah.
because I used to do a bunch of that stuff, that crazy stuff, climbing on buildings, jumping off of stuff. Back when I was a young man, I actually used to do cool things. It's been a long time. I'd probably hurt myself very gravely if I did it
Yep.
now, but
We're
yeah,
getting old. We're getting
it's
old.
got a place in my heart.
We're getting old. I used to jump off second floor houses onto a bed.
Yeah, not anymore.
Not
You do
anymore.
it. You do it, dude.
Thank you, McFoley.
You wake up in the morning, you stretch wrong, and you pop your back,
Yep.
and you're out of place for like 2 days, and you got to use Asper cream or I.
Yep.
So
Yep.
you know,
I mean, I would like to thank McFoley for that idea. Thank you, McFoley, for the Faces of Foley video. When I watched that, I said, I got to try that. And I did try it. Good thing that was not record. There was not cell phone recordings back
I
then.
wish that was recorded. That'd
I
be
mean, so-
hilarious.
yeah, would have been pretty fun. Louis, you missed your calling because
I
YouTube
know.
is filled with
I
failed
know.
videos. I'm
I
just saying.
know.
They
I
they make a
know.
lot of people very happy
I
because
know.
everyone loves watching someone get injured.
I know. I used to be. I mean, not used to be. I still am a big McFoley fan. And for me, he's the best wrestler out there. Love McFoley. But anyways, man, what else can we see in the Xbox partner? I don't know. Hmm. But if not, we should go real quick and talk about the new Xbox Hour. What do you guys think? Should we talk about that? Because I mean, I'm out of ideas for the Xbox partner program. Should we talk
Yeah.
about? Yeah, should we talk about that? All right, let's reel
Sure.
that in. All right, since you guys are the techie guys, I don't know jack shit about tech, and that's the truth. I mean, y'all seen what happens. So Xbox new consoles have released with new hardware, baby. Microsoft's diskless. Oh, but that sounded so bad. Pause. Xbox Series X goes on sale today. Why should they have to say diskless? Just say without a
Keep saying
CD.
it. Keep saying it.
I know.
Louis, there's nothing wrong with the word discless.
This, I
Yeah.
mean, I mean, when I pronounce it, it sounds like it's dick, but yes. Um, Goes on sale today, and while it looks slightly different on the outside, how do it look slightly different on the outside? The same damn thing. But
Well,
okay.
the color.
There's not a
Oh,
slit. And there's a
Exactly.
special custom. There's a
Yeah.
special color. Yeah.
Yeah, that's just the color. That's it.
Yeah.
Thanks to the white paint job, okay, and the lack of a disk drive inside, it has been redesigned. Microsoft has redesigned the motherboard on white Xbox Series X and new 2B. Did I say TD? No, 2B.
Two.
2B. 2. Did I say 2?
Sweet Jesus.
2 T
There we go.
2 TV models.
What was that? Diskless?
Shrunk the system on a chip sock down to 6 nanometers. I said that right, did I? Yes, I got something right. And switched to
What is sock? What is sock, Louis? SOC. What is it? Quickly. Come on.
system.
God.
System.
2TB.
Shit. Why y'all gotta put me in this challenge? I said I don't know nothing about tech. Chat, help me out. What is a sock besides the one you wear on your feet?
System on a chip.
Oh, system on a
Keep
chip.
going. Keep going.
Okay, thank you. System on a chip.
I was just curious. I was curious if you knew.
Oh, curious if I knew. That was kind
Wanted
of
to be surprised.
Wanted to be
Yeah.
surprised.
I was hoping.
Hey, but at least I got the NM right, which is 6 nanometers. Did I get it right?
Yes.
Yes, and switch to new cooling solution. So here's the things with the inside of these beautiful new Xbox Series consoles. So there's no more shield over the SSD. The cooling for the updated 6 nanometer chip, there's no longer a vapor chamber, and Microsoft is using a more traditional copper heat pipe design instead. Didn't they use that in the 360 days? The copper chamber, the copper pipe or something, wasn't that?
Yeah,
It's just traditional cooling.
Yeah, that's super common. Like pretty much
Oh, okay.
every cooler that you have has some bit of copper because copper
Okay.
dissipates the heat better.
Hold on before the house catches on fire. Got it. All right. So, the new 2 terabyte is at 51 watts idle. The digital Xbox is at 38 watts idle. Power consumption on both of these consoles are pretty much 16 watts shorter than the original. Pause. I mean, guys, since you guys know about tech, are these improvements great? Are these new improvements great? And with these new improvements, will you get? Well, let's talk about how great it is. Is it great? Is it been a big improvement for them, or what? I mean, let's start with you, Silent Cypher.
With me, no,
Yes.
I want Plume to talk on it first
All right.
because I
Go,
got to
go.
get myself some water real fast.
Okay, we'll talk about it.
I mean, the improvements do nothing for the gamer. I mean, unless you're counting your electricity bill, I guess, and how much wattage you're using, you may save a little bit, but it's just internal modifications so that it can be cheaper to produce. Because at this point, right, they the technology has improved. It's cheaper to make all that stuff. The parts are cheaper. They don't have to put in everything that they have when they first released the Series X. They get to remove a disk drive and save money on that. It's just all internal modifications. It's not going to do anything for your game. X is already like basically whisper quiet, so they didn't even need to improve on the sound. So
Right.
yeah, no, to me, it's it doesn't matter to me.
Does it matter to you? Well, I'll tell you about my techie experience. Oh, silence back. Okay, never mind. Silent. Go for it. I mean, this is.
No, you can go for it. I just got the water ball. Drink
So,
it while
so
I
you
listen.
want me to talk about socks, 6 nanometer
Yes.
chips, and vapor chambers?
I can't wait. I just grabbed my drink and I am ready.
Okay, so okay, all right, here we go. Louis gonna explain tech. Y'all ready for this? That'll be a great thing. So they switched the vapor chamber to having a copper thing. So this copper thing is supposed to work better. And not only that, it weighs less. It weighs less than the original, the original one, because man, I gotta tell you, these are freaking heavy consoles. Also, the 6 nanometer nanometer chip. Sorry. sorry. 6 nanometer chip also, produces less electricity for you, especially for me, since I live in a country where electricity is fucking expensive. It's really freaking annoying. I'm paying almost like 8,000 pesos. I ain't kidding you. I'm about to shoot myself with this damn electricity. So yeah, that does kind of help a little bit, right? It does help a little bit with the power consumption, especially when it's in idle, because I leave my console in idle all the time. I do. Why the heck not? It's an Xbox. The only one I don't leave in idle is the PS5, because I'm afraid it might catch on fire or do something. But that's in my position. But yes, I mean, what?
If you get one of these new consoles, Louis, I want to see the difference in your electricity bill.
I mean, it's 16 months shorter. It's got to be a big difference. Probably. Nah,
No,
that won't.
isn't it
Nah.
only
It,
Isn't it only a 10-watt difference?
it's only
16.
about a 10. Well, at max, it's a 16 difference. Um, but I mean, like that's good. Sorry, I'll let you continue, champ.
All right. So Ryu Gaming says I'm rich. Listen, if I pay for something that for a guy that lives alone that has to pay like 3,000 to 4,000 pesos, I'm happy. Now I had to pay double the price, that I'm not happy. That's why I'm rich. I'm not giving money away like that because yeah, here, have my money because you want to charge me all that money. No, fuck no. I gotta fight for that. So that doesn't mean that you gotta think smart to be rich. That's what you gotta do. So back to it. So we're back to the 6 nanometer chips, and the motherboard has been redesigned. So I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I mean, seriously, I'm just stuck in this idea because I'm not, like I said, I'm not a big techie guy. But really, if it helps like to improve, for example, improves like electricity, improves all the other stuff, the cooling and everything, to help your Xbox last way more longer than what the one we have. I mean, that's pretty cool. Any improvement is always good. Any improvement is always good. I'm down for improvements. It's always great, especially if they reduce costs like electricity, stuff like that. It's like how Plume says, hey, it's only 16 months less, but Plume, if you sit down, you turn on every day, and when you sum it up, like for example, play 31 days a month, right? So 31 times 16, you say, damn, that's a lot of watts. 31 times 16, that's literally 496 watts, which is pretty much nothing. But either way, though, it's
I'm
money.
skeptical how much money it actually. I'm sure it saves you a bit of money, but I guess it's
Yeah.
different depending on where you live too.
Yeah, I mean, electricity is expensive here. It's expensive. I mean, guys, when I tell you I paid 4,000 pesos, and man, you had to pay $4,000 for electricity. Just imagine that. Just like that. You got to feel it like that, right? Yeah. So yes, I mean, I'm happy with the improvements. I'm happy. Does it help a little bit more on performance, boom? I think it does with 6 nanometer chips, doesn't it?
No, there's no performance boost.
No,
Uh,
nothing. It's basically just a smaller chip just to have better
yeah,
electricity.
it's a smaller chip, and I guess it makes less heat, and I guess it's also more efficient. That's pretty much
Well,
it.
the heat's the same thing because I mean, when they did the temperature, it's pretty much was the same thing.
Yeah, it was pretty much the same. I mean, all the improvements they're making internally isn't for the gamer; it's for Microsoft to make more money off of the box.
Damn
That's
those
what it's
bastards.
for. Right? Like they're not doing anything internally that's going to be beneficial to your gaming experience, which I'm not saying it's bad. What I'm saying is the reason they do this type of stuff is because it's going to be cheaper to produce and they're going to make more money per unit sold. And to me, it's like now we're halfway through this generation. We haven't seen a single price cut on these consoles, which is like the bigger story out of everything.
So my last question is: would you guys get one of these new consoles? Are you guys interested in this or not?
I'm not, no.
No. How about you, Cypher? Are you interested in getting a new sweet digital 16 less watt or 30 watt less watt Series X without a CD disk drive, diskless?
Um, no, if I were in the market for another system, then sure. These upgrades are always nice, and when it comes down to it, usually, the smaller the chip, the less heat that's produced. Usually, the longer that those systems last,
All right,
because
that's fair.
you're not putting them through the abuse as you do some of these launch systems like what we have. But I've already got two Series S and I've got a Series X. I'm good. Like
Good.
I've got a ROG Ally, I've got a 360, an Xbox One. I got plenty of systems sitting around. So I don't really need one at this point in time. Like it's a really cool benefit for anyone who's purchasing a system now because yeah, even quieter than it already was. Less heat. It's always nice to use less wattage if you can, but
Yeah.
no, not for me. Like if there was a performance boost, sure. You look at something like the Xbox One. What was it? The Xbox One S, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was the first one that ended up introducing HDR.
Oh
And
yeah.
that was the upgrade that you got if you got that system. And so that was a big thing, because it's like, oh, holy crap, I have HDR on this, and I have a 4K Blu-ray drive in this system. That is a worthy purchase, because at least there was something different. This will save you some money. That's essentially what it is. And ultimately, it's going to take a while for you to actually comp out that price difference, because yes, you're going to save money when you're operating the system, but you're paying more money to buy the system.
Yeah.
So it's going to take a while for you to bridge that $50 to $100 gap.
Yeah.
Just from the savings that you have from the watts that you're saving on a regular basis.
All right. All right. See, I learned something new today. You save money at the end of the day, but it takes a while. So yeah.
Takes a good while, because like, you're talking 40 watts. That is very minimal.
Very minimal.
Which
How
again,
much?
if you're using that every day, and you're using 16 or something, like, even if you highballed it and said like, hey, I'm using 1300 extra watts a month, like, it's not going to be that sizable of a difference. Maybe you're talking $5 to $15 difference. Maybe. I don't know if it's even that. Just
All
kind
right.
of depends on what your usage is, and yeah,
Yep. All
where you
right.
live, I guess. Because like you mentioned, electricity there is expensive. Here, I don't know if we're at the same rate. I'm sure if we compared our kilowatt hours and the charge for them versus what you have, it's probably pretty different. So it's just kind of it'll depend on locale also.
How much do you pay for kilowatt hours? Just a curiosity, just to get that in real quick. I'm curious.
I would have to pull up one of my bills so I could look at it and verify what it is, for my kilowatt hours. I know when we hit a certain point, just like when we use water, it actually drops down or drops to a different tier
Yeah.
of charging. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm not 100% sure where we land on it. Generally, a power bill in a given month, somewhere between like 90 to 130. So it just depends on what you're using, right? Like, depends on all the stuff that you have connected.
Yeah. But hey, I'm not getting one, guys, unless my Xbox fries up. Because for you guys, it's 450. For me, it's close to $600. So yeah, nah, not now, not now. But yeah, it would be nice, just to get an improvement. But I'll wait on that. I'll wait on that. I'd rather wait on that. See if my Xbox actually one day decides to fry. But I think it will, because it's a powerful system. I like the PS5 though. I'm curious why that PS5 has lasted so long. I mean, every time I turn it on, it gets scared. But hey, what can we do? What can we do? But anyways, let's land this plane, baby. Let's land this plane. Let's head on out, because man, oh man, we had one fantastic hour show. We had a great conversation about the marketing. We had a great conversation about the new captain that's on board the Xbox, man. Great conversation about the partners program, and also great conversation of me being a techie guy. Yes, yes, especially a SOC, which is a system on a chip. There you go. I got it right. Yes, yes, yes. Ha
Good job.
ha!
Good job.
Good job, good job. I'm learning little by little. I'm learning little by
Now,
little. What?
what does flops mean in teraflops? I'm just kidding. I don't want that. Let's keep going.
Flops mean on teraflop? What does flops mean? It means that the Terra might flop, or it flops like a pancake, doesn't it? I don't know. What is it?
All
Uh,
right,
Close.
land this plane.
Anyways, chat, thank y'all for hanging out with us tonight. You guys are awesome. You guys are fantastic. Thank y'all for really, really being in here. Shout out, shout out, shout out to the 25 people here on the show. You guys rock. You guys are awesome. Thank y'all for your memberships. Thank y'all for your super chat. Seriously, you guys rock. You guys are amazing. I love you all to death. I really do. Remember, guys, tune in tomorrow morning to Good Morning with Crazy Little Gaming. Oh man, we got some stuff to talk about, and also, we're gonna watch the Xbox Partner Program. I'll be right here with you guys watching the Xbox Partner Program. Let's go. Let's do this. Boom! Tell us where they can find you, sir.
Yeah, you can find me mornings 8 a.m. For my new show. You can find me here on Wednesdays. You can find me on X, and yeah, those are the best places to find me. Plume Gaming, everywhere. Plume Gaming.
All right, all right, all right. Captain, our dear Captain, welcome back. You're finally here. Finally here. I hope you stay. I hope you come back next Wednesday. Please say you do so.
We'll
Miss
see.
you.
We'll see.
Oh, please do. Please. So, Captain, please tell us where they can find you, sir.
All right. Well, you can find me on Twitter being an Ask Goblin. Find me on social media posting some stuff. I created a new TikTok account. I've got Silent Cypher 2.0 since TikTok decided to be a big old bag of D's and not approve my old account being um, revoked. It's still like permanently suspended or terminated. So new account, find me on there as Silent Cypher 2.0. I've already posted a few things. I've posted a few of the things actually that I
Did,
posted on my old
did you
channel.
did you just say to find you on porno?
Pornhub? No, you can't find me on Pornhub.
You said porno. I thought you just said
No,
porno.
you can't find
Oh,
me on Pornhub, but you can
oh.
find me on OnlyFans, where I do only feet pics. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me on Instagram, TikTok. You can find me all over the social medias. Just look for Silent Cypher primarily. Find me on Xbox, hopefully playing some video games. Like I said, I'll be playing some Worms Armageddon. I'm probably going to be diving back into a few of the other classic releases recently. Hopefully, I'll get some stuff going. I've been playing a ton of Balatro. Hopefully, I'm not the only one that's on that addiction train. Besides that, you'll find me Friday morning on Double Barrel Gaming. I'll be with Boomstick, Breakfast with Boom. We'll be hanging out this weekend. Hopefully, if I get a chance, I'm going to be seeing Smile 2, probably towards the end of the weekend. And besides that, you'll also find me on Fright Nights with Ferocious Fee on Friday evenings, usually at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm on there about two times a month on Fridays. So just keep your eyes out on social media. I'll make sure to post that stuff, and we'll catch you in chat somewhere. And speaking of chat, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. It was quite a conversation this evening. Many entertaining incidents. So yeah, it's awesome to see all of you. I'm glad to be back, and hopefully I'll be back next week.
Oh man, and where can you find the crazy one? Simple one is you can find me on Twitter X at Crazy Little Gamer. You can find us on our own Discord, which is the description is down below. Down below, guys, down below. Description is down below. You can join our Discord right then and there. You can find the crazy one there. You can also find him on Tuesdays on the Xbox Factor podcast when I do go on because I've just been too damn busy. I need to sit down and just find a day to go on over the Double Barrel Gaming YouTube channel. Xbox International Podcast at 7 p.m. ET on Wednesdays with Silent Cypher, the Big Plume, and Silent Cypher. Good morning with Crazy Lou from Mondays to Saturdays. I just send the signal out there on Twitter, Discord, and also YouTube. So that's why you got to hit that button just in case you did not receive the signal. And if they invite me, if they don't, Xbox International Podcast on Fridays in Espanol with Captain Elvis, Eternal Shaddai, Ascot Gaming, and Metal Berserker. That's where you can find the crazy one. And sometimes, of course, if Lego says, hey, Lou, let's hop in, Direct Gaming, we hop in and have our fun, which I think we're going to do a show tonight. I don't know yet. But there's going to be like a show later. I don't know yet. But let's see. If it does, I'll send the signal out so you guys can join. Come and watch us have a good conversation. So, guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and also hit that bell so I can tell you when next BI content comes on. And remember, let's go, let's rock, and let's get a PS5 to go to the orchestra. Yes! See you all next Wednesday. Bye-bye, guys. Have a good one. Oh, where's the outro? Ah! Here you go. Oh, wait. Got it? Here you go.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've arrived at our destination. For your safety and comfort, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the captain turns off this live stream. On behalf of Xbox International, I'd like to thank you for joining us on this trip, and we're looking forward to seeing you aboard next Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.